सब विधि मुधि मंगल करणम हरनय से शकलेश सत्य नाम सम नाम नहीं वरदायक वरदेश गुरु के सुमिरन मांच से नाशत विघ्नयनन तासे सर्वारंभ में ध्यावत है सब संत बंदो चरण सरोज गुरु मुझ मंगल यागा जही सेवत नर होत है भव सागर के पार भव सागर के पार। चितावनी। कबीर जन्म जाय पुकारिया धर्म राय दरबार हंसमवा से हुई रहा लगे ना फांस हमार हमरी शंका ना करे तुम्हारी धरे नजीर सतगुरु के बल गाजही कहे कबीर 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 कहे वाको जाने दे मेरी दसी न जाए खेवतिया की नाव पर चरे गनेरे आए बाजा बाजे रहे तिका परा नगर में शोर सतगुरु खसम कबीर है मोही नजर न आवे और सत्य का शब्द सुन भाई फकरी अदल बादशाही साधु बंदगी दीदार सहजे उतरे साया पार सो हम शब्द सो कर प्रीत अनुभव अकंद घर को जीत तन में खबर कर भाई जामे नाम रोशनाई सुरती नगर बसी खूब बेहर उलट चर महबूब सुरती नगर में कर से जामे आत्मा को मेल अमृत मूल सांदी मिला तापर राखो बनिया पाव देहि नाम मध्य में धरना आसन अमर यो करना द्वारश पवन भर पीजे शशि घर उलट चर लीजे तन मन वार ना कीजे उलटी निज नाम रस पीजे तन मन साहित राखो श्वास इस विधि करो बेहर वास दोनों नैन की करबान भौरा उलटी कसो कमान पर्वत छे के दरिया जान कर ले कुती स्नान सहजे परस पर निर्बान तेरा मीते आवा जान जामे गए बेका बाजार सरवर दूर देसे पार ताबिच खरे कुदरती झार शोभा कोटि अगमय पार लागे नवलक तारा फूल किरने कोटि झरिया मूल ताको देखना मत भूल रमता रामया प्रसूल माया भर्म की काची देखो अंतर की साची बरसे नीर बिना मोती, चंदा सूरज की ज्योति, झलके झिलमिला नारी, ताबिच अलख है क्यारी। मानो प्रेम की झारी, खुल गई अगम की वारी, बेहा भरम का खोया, दीपक नाम का जोया, योगी युक्ति से जीवे, प्याला प्रेम का पीवे, मौला पीव को दीजे, तन मन कुर्बान कर लीजे। परी है प्रेम की फांसी, मनवा गगन का वासी, बाजे बिना तंती तो, सहजे ऊंगे पश्चिम शोर। भौरा सुगंध का प्यासा, किया है कमल में वासा, रमता हंस है राजा, सहजे पलक आवाजा। सुंदर शाम घन आया, बादल गगन में छाया, अमृत बूंद जरी लाया, देखो दो नैन ललचाया, अजब दीदार को पाया, दरिया सहज में नहाया, दरिया उलटी उमगे नीर, ताबिच चले 64 चीर। हंसा आन बैठे पीर, सहजे छूबे मुक्ताही, मिला है प्रेम का प्याला, नहीं है नैन सो न्यारा। जीवत मृतक ना व्यापिका, जो त्रिकुटी से पलक न टाल, पलका पीव सो लागा, धोखा दिल का भागा। चितावनी चित विलास, जब लग रहे पिंजर श्वास, सो हम शब्द अज पाजाप, जहाँ कबीर साहिब आप ही आप, जहाँ कबीर साहिब आप ही आप। चितावनी चित लगी रहे, यहाँ गति लखी न कोई, अगम पंत के महल में अनहर बानी हो। नाम नैन में रमी रहा, जाने बिरला कोई, जाको सतगुरु मिलिया, ताको मालूम हो। झंडा रूपा गई बका, दोई पर्वत के संग, साधु पिचाने शब्द को, दृष्टि कमल कर बंद। झलके ज्योति झल मिला, बिन बाती बिन तेल, चहुदिश सूरज उगिया, ऐसा अद्भुत खेल। जागृत रूपी रहते हैं, सतमत गह गंभीर, अजर नाम बिन से नहीं, सो हम सत्य कबीर। अजर नाम बिन से नहीं, सो हम सत्य कबीर। ज्ञान गुदरी। धर्मदास बिन वे कर जोरी, साहिब सुनिए बिनती मोरी। काया गुदरी कहो संदेशा, जैसे जीव कामिते अंदेशा। अलक पुरुष जब किया विचारा, लक 84 धागा डारा। 5 तत्व की गुदरी बीनी, 3 गुणन से थरही कीनी। तमे जीव ब्रह्म और माया, समरत ऐसा खेल बनाया। जीवन 5-25 लागे, काम क्रोध मोह मर पागे। काया गुदरी का विस्तारा, देखो संतो अगम सिंगारा। चांद सूरज दो पे बंद लागे, गुरु प्रताप से सोवत जागे। शब्द की सुई सुरति का डोरा, ज्ञान की तो बन सिरजन जोरा। अब गुदरी की करे होशियारी, दाग न लागे देख विचारी। सुमति का साबुन सिरजन धोई, कुमति मैल को दारो खोई। जिन गुदरी का किया विचार, सो जन भेंते सिरजन हार। धीरज दुनी ध्यान करे आसन, सत्य के कौपिन सहज सिंहासन। योगी का मंडल कर गहलीन, प्रेम पवारी मुर्शिन चीन। शील विवेक की माला, दया की टोपी तन धर्मशाला। महरम तंगा मत वैशाखी, मृग चाला मन ही कुराकी। निश्चय दोती पवन जनेऊ, अजपा जपे सो जाने भेऊ। रहे निरंतर सतगुरु दाया, साधु संगति करी सब कछो पाया। लौकील कुति हृदय झोरी, क्षमा कराओ पहर बहुरी। मोक्ति में कला सुकृत सुमरनी, प्रेम पियाला पीवे मौनी। उदास कुबरी कलप निवारी, ममता कुत्ती को ललकारी। युक्ति जंजीर बांध जबलीना, अगमय गोचर किर की जीना। वैराग त्याग विज्ञान निधान, तत्व तिलक दीहान निर्वाण। उगम चकमक मनसा तूल, ब्रह्म अग्नि प्रगट कर मूला। संशय शोक सकल ब्रह्मचार, पाँच 25 प्रगट ही मारा। दिल का दर्पण गिरा होई, सो बैरागी पक्का होई। शून्य महल में अमृत रसी विशाले, मानस सरोवर अनहर नाग नाम की पूजा, ब्रह्म बैराग देवन की पूजा। छूट गए कमल कमल, यहाँ नैन साहब को देखा। अहंकार अभिमान बिगाड़ा, घट का चौका करे उजियारा। चित कर चंदन मन सा फूला, चित कर संपुट कर ले मूला। शराचान बर प्रीति कर धूपा, नौतम नाम साहब को रूपा। गुधरी पहरी आप लेका, जिन यहाँ प्रगत चलायो भेका। साहेब कबीर बकस जब दीना, सुर नर मुनि सब गुधरी लीना। ज्ञान गुधरी पढ़े प्रभात, जन्म जन्म के पातक जाता। ज्ञान गुधरी पढ़े मध्याना, सोल की पावे पर निर्वाण। संध्या सुमिरन जो नर करही, जरा मरण भव सागर तरही। कहे कबीर सुनो धर्मदास, ज्ञान गुधरी करो प्रकाश। कहे कबीर
सुनो धर्मदास,
ज्ञान गुधरी करो प्रकाश। माला तो पी सुमेरनी, सतगुरु दिया बख्शीश। पल पल गुरु को बंदगी, चरण नवाओ शीश। भव अमर करन शरीर, आदि युगादि आप हो, गुरु चारो युग कबीर। बंदी चोर कहाइया, बलक शहर मन जान। छोटे बंधन भेक का, धन धन कहे संसार। मैं कबीर अब चलो नहीं, शब्द मोर समर। ताको लोक पताई हो, जो चर शब्द कर। वंदना साकी। वारो तन मन धन सभे, पर पर कावन हाथ। युग अनंत जो पची मरे, बिन गुरु नहीं निस्ता। सरवर तरवर संत जन, चौथा बरसे मेहा। परमारथ के कारणे, चारो धारी देहा। जीवन यौवन राजमर, अविचल रहे न कोई। जो दिन जाई सतसंग में, जीवन का फल हो। संध्या सुमिरन कीजिए, सुरति निरत एक तार। करो अर्पण गुरु चरण में, नाशे विघ्न अपार। अवगुण मेरे बाप जी, बख्शो गरीब निवार। मैं तो पुत्र कपुत्र हो, तुम ही पिता को लाज। अवगुण किया तो बहुत किया, करत न मानी हार। भावे बख्शो बाप जी, भावे गर्दन मार। मैं अपरारी जन्म का, नकशिक भरा विकार। तुम दाता दुख भंजना, मेरी करो बार। समरथ डोरी खींच के, रथ को दो पहुँचाए। मार्ग में ना चारिए, साहब बना बिरदल जाए। सतगुरु हमारे एक है, आत्म की आधार। जो तुम छोड़ो हाथ सो, तू कौन निभावन हार। सतगुरु हमारे एक है,
तुम लग मेरी डार। जैसे कागज हाज पर,
सूजे और ना तोर। कोटिक चंदा उगही, सूरज कोटि हजार। तिमिर तो नाशी नाही, गुरु बिन घोर अंधियार। राम कृष्ण से को बरा, उन हो तो गुरु की। तीन लोक के वे धनी, गुरु आगे आदि। मेरे गुरु को दो भुजा, गोविंद को भुज चार। गोविंद सो कछुना सरे, गुरु उतारे पार। साहब को सेवक घनी, हमको साहब एक। जो हरियल की लाखरी, साहब निभावे ते। हम पंछी तुम कमल दल, सरार हो भरपूर। हम पर कृपा न छाड़िए, क्या न्यारे क्या दो। भक्ति भक्त भगवंत गुरु, चतुर नाम वपुए। इनके पर वंदन किए, नाशे विघ्न अनेक। इनके पर वंदन किए, नाशे विघ्न अनेक। बिनाई चंद। गुरु दुखित तुम बिनरत द्वारे, प्रगट दर्शन दीजिए। गुरु स्वामी आ सुनो बिनती मोरी, बल जाओ बिलंबन कीजिए। गुरु नैना भरी भरी रहत हेरो, निमिष नेह न चाहिए। गुरु बाह दीजे, बंदी चोर सोयब के बंदी चोराइए। विविर विधातन भय उव्याकुल, बिन देख अब ना रहो। तपत तन में उतत ज्वाला, कठिन दुख कैसे सहु। गुणया व गुणय परार, क्षमा करो अबन पतित बिसारिये। यहाँ बिनती धर्मदास जन की, सत्य पुरुष अब मानिए। नमो नमो गुरुदेव को, नमो कबीर कृपा। नमो संत शरणागति, सकल पाप होय छार। बंदी छोर कृपाल प्रभु, विघ्न विनाशक नाम। अशरण शरण बंदो चरण, सब विधि मंगल धाम। धर्मदास विनय करी, विहसी गुरु पर पंकज गहु। हे प्रभु हो दयाल दास चित अति दये। आदि नाम स्वरूप शोभा, प्रगट भाष सुनाइए। काल दारुण अति भयंकर, कीट भृंग बनाइए। आदि नाम नियक्षर, अखिल पति कारणम। सो प्रगटे गुरु रूप तो हंस उबारनम। सतगुरु चरण सरोज सुजन मन ध्यावही। जरा मरण दुख नाश, अचल घर पावही। गुरु बंदी छोर कृपाल साहब, सकल मति के भूप हो। तुम ज्ञान रूप अखंड पूरन, आदि ब्रह्म स्वरूप हो। गुरु बंदी छोर दयाल साहब, करहु मम उद्धार हो। मैं करत दास पुकार हे गुरु, तारे तारन हार हो। तारे तारन हार हो। बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की जय। Devotees, let us all join now Mahant Nihu Sahib for this afternoon discourse.
बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की जय। Let's bow our heads as we begin with an opening prayer. Utana thire mana thire bachana thira surati nirat tera hoy kahe kabir teri das ko phala na pakade koi phala na pakade koi Dhyayeta Satguram Sveta Rupam Amalam Svetambaram Shobhitam Karne Kundal Svet Shobha Muktam Hiramani Mandatam Nana Mala Muktadi Shobhit Kala Paramasane Susistanam Daya Vidhir Suprasanam Vadanam Sadguram Tanamami Dvepadam Dvebujam Prashanam Vadanam Dvinetram Dayalam Silikantamati Kalam Svetambari Mekhala Chakrankit Shirachna Kachitam Dvaj Pantara Bandagi Satguru Yogan Sahitam Kabiram Karunamayam Bani Maha Agra Kibani Tame Yog Santayan Gyani Pratam Shab Surti Nirmawa Namni Akshar Adar Batawa Kabir Namniya Akshar Lina Agrabani Hansan ko Dinha Agrabani Agran hai Agrata Japahrai Kahi Kabir Ramdasu Adi Shabd Videhi Ai Amar Purush ko Sumiran Kinha Sumiran Bhajan Japar Linha Satya Nam Sumiro Khatmahi Dharmai Ki Pare Na Chahi Kahi Kabir Ramdasu Satya Nam Nijasar यहाँ सुमिरन निज सुमिर के हंसा हुई भाव पार हंसा हुई भाव पार बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की जय. Devotees, once again I welcome you to our second day fasting for this month of February. Sadhguru Kabir Sahib, in his teachings, he reminded us of the importance of keeping our Purnima fast, and with the teachings of disciplines that will take us to that Amar Lok or eternal abode. Last night we had a little satsang on what this course was about on sadhu, and a little on Sadhguru Kabir Sahib explanation of what the Amar Lok is about. Of course, there as compared to what is on this side of the world. I also mentioned last night about us, having to prepare ourselves to go to that Amar Lok. We must practice this life of sadhana, or to become a sadhu. And in the discourse, I went on to mention about, where Sadhguru Kabir Sahib is saying a saint, a guru, and a Sadguru, they are sadhus. They are all referred to as sadhu. So today, in our discourse on a little of Sadhguru Kabir Sahib, I want to mention a little about Ramdass Sahib, because in our chauka, the jyot RT that we put on the chauka, or that is placed on the chauka, is a representation of Ramdass ji and that buns, that akara. From the teachings of Sadhguru Kabir Sahib, we have gathered that, and that akara, there are 42 buns, or 42 incarnations of that asan, where we are blessed and fortunate that those 42 generations will, are our medium of which we can cross this Bhavsagar. So to better understand, Sadhguru Kabir Sahib teaching, and his mentioning of Ramdass Saheb. And for us, it is very good for us to know a little about Ramdass Ji, because he was, it is written as he is the foremost disciple of Sadhguru Kabir Saheb. Today, in my discourse, I want to mention a little on, Ramdass Ji, how Sadhguru Kabir Saheb met with him. And to understand this, I have read this many years ago. It's about one of the son of Ramdass Ji and his previous birth in Dwapar Yuga, where there was a disciple by the name of Supach Sudarshan. He was one of the soul that has completed this devotion. And when Sadhguru Kabir Sahib came to him, to take him to Amar Lok, or that heavenly world, what happened is that he did not want to go, because he explained to Sadhguru Kabir Sahib that how can he leave this world and did not take his parents with him. So Sadhguru Kabir Sahib went on, explaining to him that, well, okay, if that's your desire, I will certainly make a way for them to get to Amarlok, or heaven. Now, to tell you a little about Supach Sudarshan, he lived a sadhu life according to the Anurag Sagar. And he was that sadhu who went and partake of the meals after the Mahabharata war. And he's the one that partake of the meals, and the bell has rung the 7 times as requested, so that the devotees of that area will know that the yajna was complete. Now, in the Anurag Sagar, it went on to say it's a very long katha, but I just in a few words for you to understand that when Sadhguru Kabir Sahib came to him to take him, of course, to that world, that Amarlok, and just like for us now, I just want to draw that example for us to understand better that if we complete our devotion in this life, and Sadhguru Kabir Sahib has come to us, what happens? We can also make requests that, that we want some of, the family or the generation of our family to also go across to heaven. And that was the demand or the request of Supach Sudarshan. So Sadhguru Kabir Sahib, on that request, when Supach Sudarshan accepted, and he took him across to the heavenly world. So, in Sadhguru Kabir Sahib, he came back to meet with Ramdass Sanamini, but that was in this present life. He came back to meet with the parents of Supach Sudarshan. And when he came, in the first time he came, he met them in the name of Kulpati and Maheshwari. They were a Brahmin family. They are very poor, humble, simple Brahmin family. But what happened is that, when they found Sadhguru Kabir Sahib and took him home, but what happened? They did not want to accept his teaching, because they said that they cannot accept that from a little child. Because from a child, he appeared as a child to them. But he gave them the true shabd, and they still did not believe him. So he disappeared and left again. And then he came in a second meeting to meet with them, and he met with them in the name of Chandan, Sahu, and Udhya. There they found him in a lotus flower, and they took him home again. The lady, she went to the pond to bathe, and she took him there. And what happened? When she took the child and to whom her husband told her that, no, this is not acceptable. So you have to go back and put the child back on the floor, on the pot. So she did that. On the third occasion now, Sadhguru Kabir Sahib came to meet with them, and he met in the name of Nima Niru. And there again, they were found in the pond, and again they were, they did not accept the teachings of Sadhguru Kabir Sahib fully. So they had, they had also leave the child and go again. The child in Sadhguru Kabir Sahib disappeared. And then he came and meet with them in this Kaliyug as Ramdass and Amini. And when he came to them there, it took many satsangs with Sadhguru Kabir Sahib to show them that path of going to Satluk. And they finally has accepted, and then they have attained moksha or liberation. And not only that, as I said before, they have also granted us this bunch, this 42 bunch that we have as our guide and our rule to, to follow, so that we can attain liberation also. Now, just a few things to note about Ramdass Sahib. He was, when Sadhguru Kabir Sahib met with him, he was initiated by a guru. His first guru was named Ramdass. And Sadhguru Kabir Sahib, in his discourse, he asked Ramdass about, about initiation and stuff. And he said that, he was initiated already. And Sadhguru Kabir Sahib asked Ramdass to go and seek his permission to get re-initiated. And in that marriage there, they had two sons. Their first son was named Narayana. And Narayana was one who, he was opposed to the teaching of Sadhguru Kabir Sahib. So he did not accept it. So, we will say, we start and we say Chuhamani Nam, Sudarshan Nam, like that, all the names, in the bunch. Well, that's the reason why Narayana was the name that, he was not here, because at that point in time, when Sadhguru Kabir Sahib met with Ramdass Ji, this son, he did not accept the discipleship from Sadhguru Kabir Sahib. So, Sadhguru Kabir Sahib, he just say this thing in the Guru Mahima, and he says, Dhanya Mata Pitu Dhanya Hai, Dhanya Suhar Anurat, Dhanya Grama Wahajani, Jaha Janme Guru Bhakt. Bhakti Prabhav Miti Sakal, Ramdass Kabir, Uti Janam Ke Punya Se, Sadhguru Mile Kabir. So in this, will explain a little. It says, Dhanya Mata Pitu Dhanya Hai. So we must be very thankful to that mother and father. Dhanya Suhara and Ram. To that mother and father, and to the relatives and friends. Dhanya Grama Wahajani Jaha Janme Guru Bhakt. In that place, or that village, where a Guru Bhakti child is born. Bhakti Prabhav Mite Sakal. And I'll just explain to you the journey of Ramdass Ji and all that, that Sadhguru Kabir and Sahib was trying to explain to him about that route to Satluk. It took many boats for that to happen to him, to then to accept and then gain liberation. So he says here, भक्ति प्रभाव मिटे सकल धर्मदास की पीर, कोटि जन्म के पुण्य से Sadguru Mini Kabir. And when he met with Sadguru Kabir Sahib, then he accepted and then he was able to cross this Kausana. Boliye Sadguru Kabir Sahib ki Jai. So in a nutshell, I try to give you a little synopsis of Ramdass Sahib. And I also want to sing this little bhajan, that tells about Ramdass Sahib. केवल नाम केवल गुरु बाला पीर कबीर ताते हंस बिनती करे दर्शन देखो कबीर दर्शन देखो कबीर दर्शन देखो कबीर अब मोही दर्शन दीजे कबीर अब मोही दर्शन दीजे कबीर तुम्हारे दर्श से पाप कटत है निर्मल होत शरीर तुम्हारे दर्श से पाप कटत है निर्मल होत शरीर अब मोही दर्शन दीजे कबीर अब मोही दर्शन दीजे कबीर विविधता प्रभु घट 84 अति जीव भयो अधीर विविधता प्रभु घट 84 अति जीव भयो अधीर अब तो कृपा सिंधु दुख में तो अब तो कृपा सिंधु दुख में तो यम से कागर चीर अब मोही दर्शन दीजे कबीर अब मोही दर्शन दीजे कबीर भव सागर में नैया अटकी विषय परी विषय समीर भव सागर में नैया अटकी विषय परी विषय समीर डूबत आए उबारो प्रभु जी डूबत आई उबारो प्रभु जी हे लगाओ तीर अब मोही दर्शन दीजे कबीर अब मोही दर्शन दीजे कबीर कोई ध्यावत गौरी शंकर कोई सिया रघुवीर कोई ध्यावत गौरी शंकर कोई सिया रघुवीर मेरे तो एक ही तुम धनी हो मेरे तो एक ही तुम धनी हो क्यों न हरो यहाँ भी अब मोही दर्शन दीजे कबीर अब मोही दर्शन दीजे कबीर धर्मदास बिन वे कर जोड़ी प्रभु तुम guna gambhir. Dharmadas bina vikar jori, Prabhu tuma guna gambhir. May ati dina shat pamar. Mayati dina shat pamar. Chama karo rakshi. Abha mohi darshan dije kabir. Abha mohi darshan dije kabir. Abha mohi darshan dije kabir. Boliye Satguru Kabir Saheb ki jai. So this bhajan says, Abba mohi darshan dije kabir. And ab mean now, right away, now. O Sahib, O Satguru Kabir Sahib, please grant me your vision. तुम्हारे दर्शन से पाप कटते हैं, निर्मल हो ये शरीर. That by only getting your darshan, or by just, being able to, that you reveal yourself to me, that I am able to remove countless sins from my body. And I will be purified. Vividata pabhogata chaurasi, ati jiv hayo ajiv. That in this life we know that, according to scriptures, it is said that there are 8.4 million species of life form. So after we get this human body, or this human goods, it is mentioned in scriptures based on our doings, our actions, and how we have dealt with ourselves in this world. The rewards will be, of that benefit. So if we have not completed our devotion, it is said that we goes back into Chaurasi again, the 8.4 million species of life form, and with plenty grace and begging and blessings and stuff, we ask, that we come out of that again and we keep going in the cycle of birth and death all the time. This is here, Vividata Bhogata Chaurasi, Ati Jeev Bhaivadir, Abrato Pripasunda Dukhametu, Yamase Kagarachir. So, even with your direction, I'm hoping that, and with your compassion, Abrato Pripa Sindu Dukhametu, that you remove all my sorrows from this life, eliminate all my sorrows, and what? And Yamasi Kaga is cheer, and to escape that what the Lord of this world has for us. In terms of his, because the Lord of this world, remember I was saying last night, how we are trapped in this world of Kal Niranjan, the Lord of time and the Lord of death. And it is only through the grace of a Sadguru that we'll be able to cross, but are we willing to accept? Hausa Garami Naya Atki Vishpari Vishay Sami. In this ocean, in this Hausagar, what happened? We get caught in this ocean, this region ocean, where it have many storms and things approaching. And what happens? And in Vishpari Vishay Samir, we are now sinking. Dubhate ayu baro Prabhuji, khel lagawati. O Sadguru Kabir Sahib, please become my boatman, my captain, and steer me across this raging storm, this raging ocean. Koi dhyawat Gauri Shankar, koi siya Raghuveer. That in this world that is governed by Kal, we have, the god and goddesses of this world. Many will call their names for savior. Mere to ek hi tumadhani hu. But O Sadguru Kabir Sahib, I have taken you as my savior, my only savior. Kevala Naam, Kevala Guru. Bala Pir Kabir. O Sadguru Kabir Sahib, you are the one whom I have chosen to be my savior. And it is by your blessings and guidance I am open that we cross this ocean. Dharamadasa binawekar jodi, Prabhu tumagan gambhir. And Sadguru Kabir Sahib, with folded hands, he has bowed to Sadguru Kabir Sahib and informed him that you are my savior. You are the one who are there to protect me. May ati hina dina shata pamar. And I am, very poor and very desperate in this life because, I'm very humble too. And you are my savior. Chama karo takashir. That you are the one, who can save me. And please, I beg of you to accept all my wrongdoings in this life. Boli Sadguru Kabir Sahib ki Jai. So Sadguru Kabir Sahib, in all his messages to us, and most of our messages came across to us through Ramdass Sahib, because he had asked the questions, all relevant questions for us to Sadguru Kabir Sahib, and Sadguru Kabir Sahib has responded with the answers for us, and how we should, do our system of worship to cross this ocean. It is important for us to note that, just now I said something, that Sadguru Kabir Sahib, in explaining to Ramdass Sahib, and I mentioned that, when a soul is about to cross, is to cross this Bhausagar, and I said that you can make the request of, that all those who you will like the Sadguru to help to also cross this pool, because without those I would not be able to cross this pool. And so too you must, in your thoughts and your words, you must express it in such a way that you have so many, have met so many great ones in this life. We were so fortunate and blessed to have met, my father and many other sahibs in this life who have guided and blessed us in this. So, and without them, their knowledge and that they have shared with us, it it is very difficult for me to, even in words to thank them so much. They have done so much for us. Boliye Sadguru Kabir Saheb Ki Jai. So devotees, I will read a few chopai from the Purnima Bhatt because we are keeping fast today. And it is important for us to also, this is part of the Purnima Bhatt when fasting, because Sadguru Kabir Sahib has prescribed that for us, that you at least, listen to the Katha and encourage others to listen. And we say that blessing is very invaluable, very best. Oh, just to mention, I forget to mention at the beginning, at 7:45, we'll be switching to Mahan Hari, who will bring blessings and greetings and any messages from Hazur Ernanam Sahib in this Magha Purnima. Boliye Satguru Kabir Sahib Ki Jai. Bhakti Bhava Bhado Nahi Sabahi Chali Utrai. Sarita Sohi Saraye Jet Mas Tahrai. Jet Mas Tahrai. This Bhakti Bhav Bhado Nahi Sabahi Chali Utrai. Sadguru Kabir Sahib is telling Ramdass Sahib that in the rainy months, all the rivers are flowing. But the month to cherish the most is the month that when the rain is not falling, or the months that the rain is not falling, because why? The rivers become dry and it affects, life in general. This is Surati Sohi Sarai. In the same way, like how, one is very devoted and steadfast to whatever they're doing in devotion. You see, no matter all the difficulties they may have or whatever, and they're still steadfast in their devotion. He said that he recognized that person to be a very great devotee. And in the same, like we have, no matter what, when the Purnima birthday comes, we must always remember to put our, put our best on that day. Keep it flowing and, your bhakti flowing on that day to the fullest. Chama khet bhal jyotiya Sumirana bija buwai Khanda brahmanda sukha pare Bhakti bija nahi jai Bhakti bija nahi jai Chama khet bhal jati. Well, khet is the field, and in the same way, like how the farmer will plow the land and so on, prepare it for planting. Sumirana bija buwai. In the same way, how the farmer will go and plant the seed and thing for it, just so you must keep yourself. You must be always, planting the seed of devotion. Be prepared for that type of life. Then you'll be steadfast. Then you will make yourself someone in this world. Khanda Brahman Sukapari Bhakti Bija Nahi Jai. Just like how I was saying just now, how the river, when it dries, it will not help anyone. But when someone is doing devotion and they are steadfast, Sadguru Kabir, he's trying to explain to us that in that same way that that devotee is the great one. In the same way, he's saying that when you do bhakti, whether if there's doubt or not, what happens? That devotion never dry or never fade. Chopai. यह विधि व्रत करे दो प्राणी जीव बारन बारन आनी यही लोक में सब सुख पाई अंते सत्य लोक सिधाई. So yahi vidhi व्रत करे दो प्राणी. Now this is just when Sadhguru Kabir Saheb was explaining about the couple. Remember we probably would have read that katha before, the Baniya katha, where the couple, no matter what difficulties they would have endured, and the husband had also, he's a merchant, so he had also leave to go for months to buy his produce and come back and so on. But even though that they were apart, they still maintained their devotion and faithfulness. And Sadhguru Kabir Sahib say, how can I leave someone like that? And especially when you have a baby was born, and although they say that the villagers and things were saying that that you're not in a good state to upkeep this fast, and she said no, that this is my way, and I'm very happy that I can upkeep this fast, this Poornima fast. And Sadhguru Kabir Sahib say that because of their devotion, he had no choice but to take them to Satguru. ऐसे जीव मिले जो माही आवागमन रहते घर होई धर्मदास जस पूछो मोही व्रत प्रभाव कहो में टोही. Sadhguru Kabir Sahib is telling Ramdass, you have asked me such a beautiful questions, and now that I've answered you, and so much of love that couple, that family now have to say, because they had a little child here, and the baby that was born, that they was steadfast in their devotion and in their fast, and just so that all of us must be of such that we can better ourselves every day. You only look today and you feel you have done great and good, but there is in this world there's always room for improvement, and we must improve ourselves in devotion too. We must improve ourselves, and we have this where we keep looking for what the faults of others. But Sadhguru Kabir Sahib has reminded us that we cannot help that. Meaning that we can do better, because why? We can focus on what we have, what we have to do. Whatever our dharma is, to follow to the line, to the line to the closest you can get until you can overcome. Boliye Sadhguru Kabir Sahib ki Jai. And Ramdass Sahib is asking now, to Sadguru Kabir Saheb. धर्मदास पूछे कर जोड़ी समरथ सुनिए बिनती मोरी तुम हो दयावंत प्रभु स्वामी तुम सब घट के अंतर्यामी. So Sadguru Ramdass Ji, he put his hands together again and he's asking Sadguru Kabir Sahib in a very, very humble, compassionate manner. You know, if you want something in this world and you're going to ask for it, you know, your approach is very important, you know, according to how you approach and ask. Then someone will know if they're willing to give you something. Because, you know, it's according to your approach. If you go very, you know, irrational and you go in a very stern way or in a very disrespectful way, then you yourself might get thrown away. So it's how, you know, it is important how you ask, and especially as sadhus and saintly ones, you should be even more soft and more gentle in your approach. एक बार पूछन की आशा ताको स्वामी करो प्रकाशा और व्रत सब ही नर करई पूनम व्रत चित एक ना डरई. Say here, एक बार पूछन की आशा. उस Sadguru Kabir Sahib, you know, I want to ask you again of you this question, and you know, this is, you know, my desire to ask you, Tako Swami Karo Prakasha, and please explain to me so I can understand. Aura Brata Sabahi Nar Karai, that in this world, you know, there's different kinds of fasts. There are many different kinds of fasts. Punama Brata Chita Ek Na Darai. But, you know, and many pays attention to all the different fasts, but very few, you know, except the Punam Bratan wants to perform such. Can you explain to me, Sahibji? And Sukaran Kon Hei Swami Tumahi Kaho Prabhu Antaryami और व्रत एकादशी करई पूनम व्रत चित एक ना डरई सुप्रभाव कहो पुरुपुरे सदा रहो मैं चरण हजूरे. So Karan Kaun Hai Swami, so he's asking Sadguru Kabir Sahib, Tumahi Kaho Prabhu Antaryami, that, you know, Aura Brata Ekadashi Karai, that everybody in this world, you know, observe this Ekadashi Brat. But Punama Brata Chitta Ekna Darai, that not much follow this Punima Brat or the Punam Brat. And why is this so? So Prabhav Kaho Guru Pura, Sarara Ho Mai Charana Huzur. The Sadguru Kabir Sahib, Ramdass Sahib will say that as, you know, as a disciple, I'm requesting of you to, if you would let me know about this fast, and as the Punima fast as compared to the other fast that is observed in this world. And Sadguru Kabir Sahib is saying now, Kahe Kabir suno dharmadasa सकल भेद में करो prakasha और व्रत सुगम है भाई सत्य व्रत को नहीं तुलाई पूनम व्रत सदा सुखदाई राखे व्रत परम पर पाई तो कहे कबीर सुनो धर्मदास सतगुरु कबीर साहिब is telling us सकल भेद में करो प्रकाश that you have asked a very pertinent question and this what you have asked me is not only for yourself but for the benefit of the whole world. Or but sugama hai bhai that only fast in this world very few only different very few will many will follow those but because why they are simple, very simple to follow. Such a breath ko nahi tulai. But this Punam breath, which is also referred to as the Satya breath, not many would follow this because they don't understand or they don't know how great this fast is. So I will try to explain so that many in this world will understand. Because the Punam breath sada sukadai. When you want someone to Punima breath, it brings happiness, eternal happiness. Prako breath parama padapai. But you must do this breath, you must do it faithfully. Holy Satguru Kabir Saheb ki Jai. Devotees, at this time we will switch over to Mahan Hari and family who will bring blessings and greetings, and then you will return back to me for the closing, and after which we will have bhajan singing from 8 to 9 p.m.
Okay. बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहेब की जय. Devotees, again we are fortunate to have listened to two wonderful nights of satsang from Mahat Nehru Sahib. On both nights, Mahat Rocky Sahib and family did Sandhya. We are very fortunate to be sharing these special moments with these Sahibs. Also, Kabir Sahib has taught us, and through the Sahib, he has mentioned in so many different sakis yesterday and today, he gave wonderful discourse on how important it is to be in the company of the Sahib and to follow the Sahib instructions. Kabir Sahib says, Guru saman data nahi, yachak sheesh saman. Teen lok ki sampara, so Guru deen hi dan. In a simple saki, Sadguru Kabir Sahib is giving to us the pearl, the nectar of how important Guru is. Guru saman data nahi, that there is no one who is greater giver than the Guru Sahib. Yachak Sheesh Saman, no one can compare to that quality of the Sahib, the Guru. Teen Loka Ki Sampara, in these three worlds, so Guru Deen Hi Dan. The Dan, the wealth, the information, the knowledge we get from the Guru Sahib, no one can give anything to compare to that. Also in another Saki, Kabir Sahib has said, Kabir sab jagan nirdhana, dhanyavant nahi koi. Dhanyavant soi janiye, jaake satya naam dan hoy. So the message of Satya Naam is given by the Guru. And Kabir Saheb is saying in this Saki that in this world, in this jug, that everyone want to compare the wealth that they have and see how much kind of worldly possessions. But Sahib is saying, Danya want nahi koi, that such a person is not wealthy. Danya want soi janiye, know that the one who is wealthy is the one who has Jake Naam done hoy, who has received the Guru instruction of Satyanam initiation. So in these two sakis, we kind of like summarizing the messages of the Sahib that he gave over the last 2 nights too. And we sit in satsang so that we will be in remembrance of the Guru Sahib. Before we go to Bhog, we have put together a small message. So Akshay will read in a few minutes. So in this month of February, we have many birthdays. We have anniversaries. And it's also yesterday, we'd have had Valentine's Day, a message of love. Love is a special commodity. And for those who do prem bhakti or devotion or, loving devotion, it's even more special. Kabir Sahib says, Prem gali ati sakri tame do na samai. In that place where love is, two cannot survive. Prem gali ati sakri tame do means two, na samai, two cannot be there. Jab mai ta tab hari nahi. Where I am, God is not. Tab hari hai, mai nahi. And where God is, I cannot be. I am not there. So it means that this, worldly Valentine and this love that we like to have and this version of Prem Bhakti means that when we're doing devotion, it must be the Guru Sahib alone. It must never be us. The teaching of this same month of Marg, as Nehru Sahib was saying yesterday, Marg maas se be bari chor ke neki kar lije, chori gharab guman garibi hriday dhar lije. So leave off this way and be simple, be humble. So in this Saki, it's saying the same thing, that remove your proudness and be humble so that God will exist and then we will not be there. It would be only God or the Guru. So with these few words, I'll go to Akshay to read a short message, and then we'll come back and do Bhog, and then we'll go back to Nehru Sahib for closing. So Akshay.
Bangi Sahib, everybody. Sadhguru Kabir was one of the greatest exponents of the ultimate reality, formless God, that is beyond all attributes. He taught to see God within, for that is his proper dwelling place. Searching for God in places of pilgrimage and other holy sites, in temples and churches of all kinds, and by performing various austerities. Do not yield the same benefit as when you meditate within yourself and open your own consciousness to receive the consciousness of God. This results in enlightenment from within you. He realized God within himself and felt himself immersed into him. In one of his bhajans, he stated that when he thought of himself, then God was elsewhere. But when he gave up his individuality or ego, then only God existed. This indicated his complete immersion into being of God. Kabir Sahib teaches deep and heartfelt devotion for the average person to connect with God. The first among his instruction was to seek a realized Guru and to follow his instructions and serve him in thought, word, and deed. This necessitated giving up the ego. He also taught people that merely reading the scriptures does not make you a devotee. Instead, you need to develop love and compassion for all living things, personal cleanliness in thought, word, and deed, pleasant speech, non-violence towards all living creatures, to seek God within yourself and other beings, to practice daily meditation, to observe a monthly fast, and to perform Chauka Arati officiated by your Guru. A Mahant or a Mahant, Bangi Sahib.
Bangi Sahib. Thank you for that message, Akshay. Uh, at this time, if you have prasad, again, a reminder, all devotees and families who are celebrating birthday and anniversaries at this time, Kabir Saheb choices blessings in this special time of the year, that he guide and protect and keep you in our company as long as we can, so that we could be in the company of the Sahib. The key is to be in the company of the Sahib all times. Devotees, if you have any prasad, so we'll do the blessing of the prasad this time. Please proceed. सत्य पुरुष को भोग लगे, जय जय भय प्रकाश। सत्य पुरुष को भोग लगे, जय जय भय प्रकाश। कहे कबीर धर्मदास से मिट गए जम के त्रास। कहे कबीर धर्मदास से मिट गए जम के त्रास। अक्षय अक्षय आसन गए, नए चरणन शरणागत। अक्षय अक्षय आसन गए, नए चरणन शरणागत। दया कीन धर्मदास सो दीनो लोक पताय। दया कीन धर्मदास को दीनो लोक पताय। बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की जय। Devotees, now we'll revert back to Mahan Nehru Sahib for his closing remarks and closing bandagi. Sahib bandagi.
बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की जय. We want to thank Mahatari and Mahat Rocky and his wife, for joining us time after time again in having this satsang, together. And I just want to close by, if Katha was reading, we just do a little chopai because we have 5 minutes, and then we do bandagi and switch over for bhajans. बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की जय. And Sadguru Kabir Sahib is telling Ramdass, Satya Brata Purushe Anusara. और व्रत सकल है शाखा. Sadguru Kabir Sahib is saying, Satya Brata Purush Anusara. That this Punam Brata I'm speaking to you about, it was instituted by the Sat Purush himself. Punama Brata Mula Me Rakha. That the Punam Brat, it is the root of all brats or all fasting. All the brata sakala hai shakha. And all the brats that are other brats that are observed, it is said to be the branches. Jadena utpati purush anusara. Tadena Punama ko bilse dara. Sura ansa pragat jab ina. Prata upasana punam dina. They say, Jadena Uttapati Purush Ansara. According to Sadguru Kabir Sahib, he says that when this creation was started, the Punam Brat was the first. And, Sura Ans Pragata Jabakina. And when the 16 sons were created, it was on that day when the Punam Vrat was held. Vrata Upasana Punamadina. And when the sons were created, he gave them the Punam Vrat, for themselves to observe. Boli Satguru Kabir Saheb ki Jai. Devotees, we at the Ramdass Ashram. I want to thank all of you for being this patience and journey with us on these virtual programs that for satsangs that we are having. And we hope that, with Sadhguru grace and blessings that, we will return to the ashram one of these days, one of these times. But, we are faced with these challenges time at this presently. And we hope that, all of you remain safe and protected. Bandagi Sahib. Bandagi Sahib. Let's bow our heads as we do Bandagi. Charan Bandagi, Charan Seva Ajram Guru Star. Sahib Kabir ke Bandagi Pahuche Uttere Silsibar. Kahe Kabir Sanad Ramdass Charan Bandagi Guru Prakash. Gyani Dhyani Naga Nirbani Kuthari Banari Ka Darshan. Char Sampara Bhavan Rani. Char Guru Vans Vayalis Ki. Sakal Hans ke Bandagi Sahib. Bandagi Sahib. Bandagi Sahib. So now we will move across to Darasuki Mahant Sukidas, who will lead us on with the projects.
बोलिए सद्गुरु कबीर साहिब की जय। गुरु बिन ज्ञान उपजे, गुरु बिना मिले न मोक्ष। गुरु बिना लखे न सत्य को, गुरु बिना मिटे न दोष। गुरु को कीजे बंदगी, कोटि कोटि प्रणाम। कीर्तन जाने वृंद को, कर ले आप समान। साहिब कर ले आप समान। जब चला था विषयों सा ये दिल, दूर हो जाता नहीं। जब तलक साधक विचारा, सत्य सुख पाता। जब तलक विषयों सा ये दिल, दूर हो जाता नहीं। जब तलक विषयों सा ये दिल, दूर हो जाता नहीं। दूर हो जाता नहीं। जब तलक साधक विचारा, सत्य सुख पाता नहीं। जो नहीं एकाग्र कर सकता है अपने जो नहीं एकाग्र कर सकता है अपने लिए, जो नहीं एकाग्र सकता है अपने लिए, परमात्म माता। जब तलक विषयों सा ये दिल, दूर हो जाता। जब तलक साधक विचारा, सत्य सुख पाता। वृक्ष कबहु न फल बके नदी न अठवद नीर परमारथ के कारणे संतन धरा संत मिलन को जाइए जज ममता अभिमान जो पगा के जय करुणा में जय कबीर सत सुकृत गाहे नाम जय करुणा में जय कबीर सुकृत गाहे नाम कभी कभी Kabir Saheb. Right, final. I don't know. Irat gaye tuye khapal sant mile palchar satguru mile anek phal kahe kabir amjar. मिल गए रवि के कुमति गए गुरु ज्ञान मति गई अतिलोक के मुक्ति गए अभिमान। ये मकान रहना ये मकान रहना ये मकान रहना ये मकान रहना Utule nana tina magana rana. Utule nana tina. Utule nana tina magana. Hare Nanya. बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की जय।
बोलिए सदगुरु कबीर साहिब की जय। घूंघट का पट खोल रे तुम्हें पिया मिलेंगे। घूंघट का पट घूंघट का पट खोल रे तुम्हें पिया मिलेंगे। घूंघट का पट राम मैया तुझ भजन मत सुमिरो मन कब बजी हो सतनाम कब बजी हो सतनाम सुमिरो मन कब बजी हो सतनाम माला रानी में व्यापो संयोजात नहीं कानन बहिरे मैं नहीं सोचे कानन बहिरे मैं नहीं सोचे दात भई बेखान सुमिरो मन कब बजी हो सतनाम कब बजी हो सतनाम सुमिरो मन कब बजी हो गरे की नारी से मुक्त हुई ऐसे गरे की नारी से मुक्त हुई ऐसे पूजा करत वरना मरमरात है मिर्जा मोरा मरमरात है मिर्जा मोरा अटपट यादो याद सुमिरो मन कब बजी हो सतनाम कब बजी हो सतनाम सुमिरो मन कब बजी हो कतिया से हुई परदेवी कतिया से हुई परदेवी छूटी जले धन धाम काहे कबीर कहा तब करी हो काहे कबीर कहा तब करी हो हरि है यम से खान सुमिरो मन कब बजी हो सतनाम कब बजी हो सतनाम सुमिरो मन कब बजी हो सतनाम सुमिरो मन कब बजी हो सतनाम सुमिरो मन कब बजी हो सतनाम लूटल हो अब लूटल हो लूटल हो अब लूटल हो कौन ठगवान गरिया लूटल हो कौन ठगवान गरिया लूटल हो अब लूटल हो लूटल हो अब लूटल हो कौन ठगवान गरिया लूटल हो कौन ठगवान गरिया लूटल हो बदन साथ के चलत डुलना काबर दुल्हन सूतल हो
I was going to drop that light. बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की जय। रस गगन गुफा में अजर जरे, रस गगन गुफा में अजर जरे, अजबा सुमिरन जाप करे, अजबा सुमिरन जाप करे, रस गगन गुफा में अजर जरे, रस गगन गुफा में अजर जरे, बिन बाजा जन कारौते जहाँ, बिन बाजा जन कारौते जहाँ, समझ परे जब ध्यान धरे, समझ परे जब ध्यान धरे, रस गगन गुफा में अजर जरे, रस गगन गुफा में अजर जरे, बिन डाल जा कमल पुरानी, बिन डाल जहाँ कमल पुरानी, तेरी चरी हंसा केली करे, तेरी चरी हंसा केली करे, बिन चंदा उजियारा डर से, बिन चंदा उजियारा डर से, जहाँ तहाँ हंसा नजर परे, जहाँ तहाँ हंसा नजर परे, रस गगन गुफा में अजर जरे, रस गगन गुफा में अजर जरे, दसवें द्वार ताल लगी, दसवें द्वार ताल लगी, अलक पुरुष जही ध्यान धरे, अलक पुरुष जही ध्यान धरे, काल कराल निकट नहीं आवे, काल कराल निकट नहीं आवे, काम क्रोध मद लोभ चरे, काम क्रोध मद लोभ चरे, रस गगन गुफा में अजर जरे, रस गगन गुफा में अजर जरे, जुगन जुगन की त्रिश बुझाती, जुगन जुगन की त्रिश बुझाती, करम भरम यारी प्यारी तरे, करम भरम यारी प्यारी तरे, कहे कबीर सुनो भई साधु, कहे कबीर सुनो भई साधु, अमर होय कब अजर झरे रस गगन गुफा में अजर झरे अज पास सुमिरन जाप करे अज पास सुमिरन जाप करे रस गगन गुफा में अजर झरे रस गगन गुफा में अजर झरे रस गगन गुफा में अजर झरे। बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की जय जय। बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की जय। गुरु मूर्ति गति चंद्रमा सेवक नयन चको गुरु मूर्ति गति चंद्रमा सेवक नयन चको अष्ट प्रहर निरखत रहो गुरु मूरत की ओर कबीरा गुरु मूरत की ओर।
सब धरती कागज करो लिखनी सब बन राय सब धरती कागज करो लिखनी सब बन राय सात समुद्र की मसी करो गुरु गुण लिखा न जायो साहिब गुरु गुण लिखा न जाए सतलोक से उतरे करता पुरुष कबीर सतलोक से उतरे करता पुरुष कबीर जलमा धन पौधन किए सब पीरों के पीर कबीरा सब पीरों के पीर।
गुरुमुख बानी उछरे शीश साज गरिमान गुरुमुख बानी उछरे शीश साज गरिमान यही मेरी बंदा चूती है और युक्ति नहीं आन कबीरा और युक्ति नहीं आन साधु साधु मुख से कहे पाप भस्म हो जाए साधु साधु मुख से कहे पाप भस्म हो जाए आप कबीर गुरु कहत है साधु सदा सहाय कबीरा साधु सदा सहाय।
गुरु को मानुष जानते ते नर कहिए अन गुरु को मानुष जानते ते नर कहिए अन लक 84 भते कटे परते यम के फन दो साहिब परते यम के पन
साधु स्वरूपी गुरु
संत मिलन को जाइए, तज ममताय अभिमान। संत मिलन को जाइए, तज ममताय अभिमान। जो जो पग आगे धरे, कोटि याग समानो भैया, कोटि याग समानो भैया, कोटि जग समान। बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब
की जय।
बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की जय।
जो दिल माही दिल है, जो चकमक में आग, तेरा साई तुझ में जा
जिसकी तू जान।
बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब
की जय।
संतो सो निज देश हमारा, संतो सो निज देश हमारा,
संतो सो निज देश हमारा,
सो निज देश हमारा। जहाँ जाए फिर हंस नावे, भव सागर की धारा।
जहाँ जाए फिर हंस आवे, भव सागर की धारा। संतो सो निज देश हमारा, संतो सो निज देश हमारा।
सूर्य चंद्र नहीं तहा प्रकाशत, नहीं नभमंडल तारा।
सूर्य चंद्र नहीं तहा प्रकाशत, नहीं नभमंडल तारा।
उदयनास दिवस
रजनी, बिनु ज्योति उजियारा, बिनु ज्योति उजियारा। सतगुरु सो निज
नहीं कहा सृष्टि पसारा
पांच तत्व गुण की न कहा नहीं कहा सृष्टि पसारा लोक कुटुंब परिवारा लोक कुटुंब परिवारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा संतो सोन जगदीश शान ही शीत उष्णतम सुख दुख का संसारा आदि न बयानी उपाधि कछुतम पाप पुण्य विस्तारा पाप पुण्य विस्तारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा सोन जगदीश हमारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा
ऊंच नीच कुल की मर्यादा आश्रम वर्ण विचारा
ऊंच नीच कुल की मर्यादा आश्रम वर्ण विहार
धर्म
धर्म तहाँ कछु नाही संयम नियम आचारा संयम नियम आचारा हो संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा
अति अभिराम धाम सर्वोपरि शोभाता सुभाता
अति अभिराम धाम सर्वोपरि शोभाता सुभाता
कहाई कबीर सुनो भाई सानो
कहाई कबीर सुनो भाई साधु तीन लोक से न्यारा तीन लोक से न्यारा हो संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा
जहाँ जाए फिर हंस नावे भवसागर की धारा
जहाँ जाए फिर हंस न आवे भव सागर की धारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा संतो सोन जगदीश हमारा संतो सोन जगदीश कबीर साहिब की जय।
पुरुष की आरती सत्य नाम का धाम। जल रंग पुरुष की आरती सत्य नाम का धाम। काल पास लागे नहीं कहे कबीर प्रमाण। काल पास लागे नहीं कहे कबीर प्रमाण। बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहेब की जय। मंदिर सखियन मारो मंदिर सखियन ही पारो। मंदिर सखियन ही पारो। मंदिर सखियन ही पारो। मंदिर सखियन ही पारो। काहे के दियना काहे के बाती। काहे के दिया काहे के बाती। काहे के दिया काहे के बाती। काहे के दिया काहे के बाती। काहे के ज्योति जियारा हो। काहे के ज्योति जियारा हो। मंदिर सखिया नहीं पारो। मंदिर सखिया नहीं पारो। मंदिर सखिया नहीं पारो। मंदिर सखिया नहीं यह विस्तार सब निगत निगत। यह विस्तार सब निगत निगत। भूले भरम मति जाओ। भूले भरम मति जाओ। मंदिर सखिया नहीं पारो। मंदिर सखिया नहीं पारो। मंदिर सखिया महाविलाप अग्नि बारे। महाविलाप अग्नि बारे। महाविलाप अग्नि बारे। महाविलाप अग्नि बारे। पुकारो सतगुरु शब्द पुकारो। मंदिर सखिया नहीं पारो। मंदिर सखिया नहीं पारो। मंदिर सखिया नहीं पारो। मंदिर सखिया कंचन तार कपूर की बाती। कंचन तार कपूर की बाती। कंचन तार कपूर की बाती। सतगुरु आरती ठारो। सतगुरु आरती ठारो। मंदिर सखिया नहीं पारो। मंदिर सखिया नहीं पारो। मंदिर सखिया नहीं पारो। मंदिर सखिया कहे कबीर सुनो भाई साधु।
सारो कहत कबीर सुनो है सारो मेरे गुण शब्द निहारो मेरे गुण शब्द निहारो मेरे संकीर्तन निहारो मेरे संकीर्तन निहारो मेरे संकीर्तन बोले सद्गुरु कबीर साहिब की जय।
करुणा में करुणा करे निज सत्य सुभान ओ
करुणा में करुणा करे निज सत्य सुभान
वंदत
हो तव चरण प्रभु आशा गुण सतना वंदत हो तव चरण प्रभु आशा गुण सतना
बोले सद्गुरु
कबीर साहिब की जय।
सत्य सुकृत
सतनाम जगत जाने सत्य सुकृत सतनाम जगत जाने सत्य सुकृत सतनाम जगत जाने बिना प्रेम भक्ति कहा माने बिना प्रेम भक्ति कहा माने बिना प्रेम भक्ति कहा माने जग में जीवनी चीज नहीं भी जग में जीवन एक चीज नहीं बीत कितनों कहो समुझाए 84 जीव को कितनों कहो समुझाए 84 जीव को कितनों कहो समुझाए 84 जीव कितनों कहो समुझाए 84 जीव कितनों कहो समुझाए 84 जो सुख में मंगल रहो संसार जो सुख में तुम मगन रहो संसार में सो सुख स्वप्न के राज तुमको सब भाग में सो सुख स्वप्न के राज तुमको सब भाग सो सुख स्वप्न के राज तुमको सब भाग सो सुख स्वप्न के राज तुमको सब भाग सो सुख स्वप्न के राज बोलिए सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की